number? Fuck, I put there by expenses. Fucking red. Now, one written, run twice.
Well, because I mean, what an expense is.
Remember, you can fill out this application how the fuck you want. They just look at your bank statement and see what the
Yeah,
fuck's in
they just really, and they must know because at least he pays EFT. So if he pays EFT, yeah, I'm getting this ticket. I'm just gonna download this.
Hey, Blood Hunter, what's going on, man?
Oh, where did the download go? No, I don't know.
I'm feeling quite sick today, but I'll be fine.
Okay, wait a minute. Telephone number, ring card.
As I said, I'm just feeling a little under the weather, but I'll be fine. I wonder if I'll get the voice that Peter Griffin gets when he's sick. There you go. Hey, Demos, what's going on, man? I don't hope you feel bad. Who knows, buddy? Who knows? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be making something quite delicious. It's gonna be some battered fish with fried chips and a creamy spinach with some cheese. Alright, so first thing first, let's get some...
Do you want to put dumpling? Do you want to put fries?
Let's put some chips in. Yeah, we are going to add in a good amount of chips. Please make dessert. Fuck it, I'll see what I can do.
You know your account number, but you don't know your daughter's phone number.
Family's in the background having a good chat.
You contact
Okay.
071 863 4994.
And yes, it is frozen. Because the air fryer is gonna quickly just melt all this, and then we're gonna add a bit of oil just to help it fry. Say my highs, please. Mom, Blood Hunter says hi. Everybody, viewers say hi.
Hi.
Just put in.
No.
Remember, I've been.
It's been scrubbed off of your name. Have you ever been under debt review?
No.
It's been scrubbed off of your name. Are you currently blacklisted
Okay.
by...
Currently, we have the chips in the air fryer. They're just going to lose some of that ice and that, become nice and wet and dry somewhat. Then we're going to add just a bit of oil just to help it crisp. Alright, next thing to do. Next, okay, so this is our fish that we're going to be having. Now, tell me, ladies and gentlemen, look at that size. That is technically a giant fish finger. I'll promise to get like proper fish in the future, but not bad. If you are on a budget, that's perfect because that alone is 50 Rand for 2 pieces. That is 25 Rand a piece, which is not bad, especially if you are living alone or if you're living with someone, you want to just make a meal. Alright, next, let's get the spinach up and going.
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah. 28th of August.
Yes.
Who's the agent you're dealing with?
Just give me some time.
I
Forgot to grab my pen. I just got home, so that's why like everything is a bit yamaka. There you go. Pen.
There we go.
Let's get
Which
this.
additional charges
up.
have
Please, to everyone who is viewing it, all 7 of you, please stay as much as you want. Please ask whatever questions are on your mind. Hell, I don't care if you talk about video games, if you talk about... Tell me about your day. If you need some advice on like what's going on with life, please just ask me. This is a nice safe space. You can just talk. Hell, get your frustrations out, but don't go too far. Like I don't want you like saying some words that could get me kicked off of YouTube. Okay, so what we're first going to do is we're just going to
in the property yourself. Yes.
take a bit of
How
water.
many adults will be residing in the property?
Just a hint.
Four.
Just a hint
How
of
many
water.
children?
Because we just want to defrost the spinach. Yeah, you can get fresh
Do
spinach,
you have pets?
but the thing is
No.
with fresh spinach, it sounds cheap, but then you get this massive bag that ends up cooking down, and then there's not much. Over here, we've got basically enough spinach that's already been cooked down and wilted. Now all we have to do is just let that
Thank
defrost.
you. Your application has been submitted. You will receive an
Don't
email.
worry, everything is clean. We're gonna let that just steam a bit. And while we do so, we're gonna check up on those chips.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Chips are alright, and they've already defrosted. Just grabbing ourselves an onion.
I
We don't
know
need
who the
too
fuck this
much,
is gonna be emailed.
just about half an onion. Just gonna throw this to the side. And don't worry, I will make a dessert, because why not? You know what, I'll make you a deal. Stay for my whole life, I'll stay for most of my life, and I will make you a dessert just for you.
Dear Sheena and Witter, thank you for your application. And as explained in the terms of 500 administration fee is payable. No application will get. Okay.
Gonna see you
Your name
cry,
and
and it
surname
makes
and
me
reference.
smile, and it makes me smile.
I'm going to
Okay.
I can forward this
Now
to
just
you
to do
because
this
I need you
fast, to get the
look
skin
at
off,
this.
just cut it in half. There you go. Take this off, use it for tomorrow.
Banking
This off,
Yeah.
is going to
FMB
basically
account name
remove
property B's branch
skin layer we don't
branch
want,
code 250942 account type trust account
Take
account
this.
number 62844617392.
Hold on. You've got it over there.
Okay.
So let me go into
And then
that.
we just chop it up. We're just gonna
Use your name and surname.
chop it up into
Just
slices,
remind me my name,
because when we cook it with the spinach, it's gonna be absolutely great. It's gonna give a bit of texture. It's gonna be absolutely delicious to eat. Again, guys, ask what's ever on your mind. Not, I'll even tell a few good things. I once saw about this one meal. Oh, I just can't get a handle to it. But I want to make it when I get the chance. It is a Vietnamese pho.
Enter amount 500.
Now with a Vietnamese pho, you basically need to make a very good broth. And with that very good broth, it's gonna have so much flavor to it. Okay, let's look at this. It's gonna be flavor, it's gonna be... I don't know why that turned off. Okay. It's gonna, it will have flavor. And that's what I want to do one of these days. I want to make a Vietnamese pho for the house. Because that will be absolutely delicious.
Look at the code.
250.
Also, sorry if I
942.
look not as great. I'm not feeling very well.
Yeah, Alberton got that.
Also, if you guys noticed, we got light again.
Account number
We haven't had light in such a long while. But don't worry, now we have light.
17392.
Now, to anyone who's concerned, every time I go back there where the basin is, there is a nice clean bit of soapy water which we clean our stuff to make sure everything's done. And don't worry, the only time I will put this in a bowl is if in a plastic container
What is it?
is-
Property?
when I plan to use it for more. I'm going to be using this tomorrow, so I'm just going to put it in plastic.
With a capital B.
Property.
So capital P, capital B.
Also,
B-E-E-S.
Yes.
I'm not as good at spice as I used to be. Surprisingly, he's my.
we're going to be adding a lot of cheese, because why not? It's cheese. Cheese is delicious. Cheese is good. Who doesn't like
I'm
cheese?
not either. But sometimes I put so much on it now. I mean,
And,
Did you select the account type?
Shanae, where's that yogurt that we
Remember,
gave you?
it will give you
That yogurt that we borrowed you? Did you use it all?
yeah.
That's fine.
No, but you're not making
I was in any way going
I
to
did
make...
ask Mom if I did.
No, no, it's alright. I'm going to make a
Use
cheesy
Your name and
spinach.
surname as
Okay,
their
that
payment
sounds good.
reference.
Yeah, because I'm just going to make a roux and then it's going to cook through and everything. That's my sister-in-law, everybody. Say hi. High fives.
enter
There you go.
beneficiary.
Okay, I think.
Beneficiary reference.
Yeah.
That'll be your full name, government name, and surname.
Sorry, everybody. My head just had a fucking migraine.
I know that.
It feels like my brain cells are finding the nearest
Like
cliff
so.
and jumping.
Is that my name?
Hey, why won't leave? Why won't leave?
Fuck yourself.
Don't leave.
Is that there?
You haven't even gotten to the best part.
Are we going to do
Why you leave? Why you leave?
They can only check
Okay,
the
so we're gonna cook out a lot of the water.
It's the FMB. It will be in their account tomorrow, Monday.
Alright, basically what we have to do now is basically take this spinach and try to drain it out as much as possible. For that, we're gonna need some seeds.
And share it with me, and then I'll tell that application is done.
So basically, we're gonna take this, we're gonna throw it in here.
Can I see it on WhatsApp?
Yes, you can. I've shared how many proof of papers?
Okay, just trying to remember where
Where did it go?
Okay, so
And here.
just to basically drain it out.
WhatsApp.
Do your
I will.
loving son.
Did you get it?
Going to just basically drain out.
Please. Please. Got it?
Oh, yeah.
Now a lot of people would tell me, Buddy, you should rest. You should not be doing this. I don't like myself, so I'll be fine.
Where it's,
As you see there, it's already been defrosted and it's already gaining color. Now, we don't even need to put oil because there's already oil from the chips itself.
Okay. Now we can only
Just in
hope
case.
that they don't make you fake
Let's
it
grab
and
one of
you
these.
put in another one.
but again,
Coconut oil.
why the fuck
Now,
did they say
I know.
no?
This is technically much healthier than using just normal oil. This is just basically to help it with color.
From an affordability standpoint, it's still walk away with 5, 6.
And then we're gonna. The thing is, with an air fryer, there's not much moisture, so we're just gonna put some salt on it, because when it cooks, the salt is going to penetrate the chips. I wish I had a soundboard, then I can go the oh.
What can be wrong with your
Well, why not?
You don't know.
Okay. And then we put like.
But you can swipe.
Okay, let me let it just go out for another bit. So, how is everybody
That's
doing?
weird.
How you doing? You want to hear some jokes? I could give you jokes. All I have to do, if you want a joke, say it. Say here. If you say here,
Okay,
I'll
so
tell you a
you
joke.
got it fine.
There you go. So basically, we've cooked down a lot of the liquid, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this into a plate.
Actually quite surprising.
Our people wish to play Zufasmo. They ask what time.
Okay, we're gonna drain a lot of that water.
Stephen, would you mind putting this that on?
Which one?
That one by you. Remember, I am trying to save electricity.
Okay, there you go. Let me take the rest. Put in the plate, letting it just basically lose a lot of moisture. Because the thing is, we want it to technically be dry. We want it to be dry.
He literally cut a wire that linked it off the normal thing and put it the 5 minutes and we had a light.
Alright.
But it took him 5
Now,
days to come and do
we're going
five,
to
and then they
increase-
want to tell
we
me that
may need to
it's
change the
like
bottle.
8 times
Just
a
notice
day.
that.
When I got there, I was pissed.
Here we go. Another bottle just in case. So,
5 minutes.
we're gonna
past
add a bit of
time.
oil.
5 minutes.
Just a hint, because we
Okay,
want
Richard
these.
says, did our friend come back? I said, no, Richard. I don't think she's coming back.
So everyone that is, and the makers people said, like, because they saw the cage outside. So the little boy was like, birdie, and then the father was like, oh, it's the birdie. And then they look into the cage and they're like, oh no, where's the bird?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay,
they
we're gonna
keep
cook
on
down
moving,
the-
because everybody knew, obviously. You think you are hiding something. But like that, like the agency. They don't consider a bird as a pet.
Yeah.
Look, I was Look at this second one. And now, just the opposite, right?
Okay. Gonna let that steam a bit, and we may actually have to change the.
I watched it on YouTube.
the can.
He's a foreigner, and he's got these 4 little males. But they're the little white ones with the
Sorry, again, I'm
yellow. And they got that.
running on
tiny
fumes
spots
here.
on them. But you could
Just,
see they're tight. Because they're all over him and everything. And then he's busy writing them.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze, and I didn't want to sneeze on the food because I feel like there's like something stabbing me there in the sinuses, like somebody's got a tiny knife. It's just like, and they're just stabbing there. But I'll be fine.
But they're flying circles. The problem is they're flying ever bigger circles until they're so far out of reach that no matter what you do, it's very little possibility of them coming back. It is what it is.
Look at that, and how was it? I mean, she was a bitch, but I loved her.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said just do.
Alright. So we got the onions a bit with discoloration. We want it to be clear. We want it to basically be cooked through.
Then she was.
But again, we may need to change the.
the
can.
And then the door was closed. Instead of flying that way.
As I said, I'm fine. It's just everything is just.
Look, I'm going to
bloody
ask if
painful.
the curtain had been closed, she wouldn't have gone to.
But the thing is, the wind, that specific day, the wind was so horrible.
If somebody, it happened. I can sit here and say, you should have put her in the cage. You should have done this. She's never done it like that. But you know what? It's ifs and buts.
And
All right.
But that specific day, unfortunately, the wind was hard and it was a fluid. Okay. So there was nothing I could do.
Look, at least you guys now have a very good
All right.
windows.
Now that we've got some discoloration, now we can make the sauce, which we're going to put all of these ingredients into. It's going to be a cheesy sauce. Cheesy. Who doesn't like cheese?
That's
I say it again. Who doesn't like
It
cheese?
may be a little cool in winter, but that would be okay. Even in summer, I think like the living room could be cleaner. I really think it would be cleaner.
Basically, some butter.
And I like the fact that it had the fold out line like this, so we know we've got enough lines.
There's actually 2 lines.
And there's enough space if we want to have
Okay,
a
we're just gonna do this
Yeah,
real
we
quick.
can put the chairs outside the table.
We had a piece that just didn't
Yeah.
come out.
Duncan and Monica have already decided they're making a chili patch.
Okay, we're gonna turn that off quickly.
Yeah, so I saw great potatoes, but I love the fact you can walk into the garage
And some flour.
from outside.
It's basically a roux.
So if
we're making
you
a
don't go outside, go into the garage.
Yeah, and if they do want to go
Okay,
bigger,
everything you see here is fine. It is all clean and everything. I don't cook
I myself
with
was
dirty
thinking,
items. If you cook with dirty items, get help.
This place just,
Okay.
but if it didn't have that high roof, it would have felt.
Blood Hunter, you still there, buddy?
The fact that it's so open, so it's a lot of light.
Okay, we're gonna
I like it.
get this hot again. Oh, there we go. Now we got some.
Got
some heat going.
And I find that winter's creeping up on us.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Now with the butter melted, we're gonna add some flour. But before we do,
You can see that sun going.
we grab a whisk. Now the reason we use a whisk is because if you use like a spatula and that, it's just gonna cause lumps. And that's something we don't want. We don't want to cause lumps.
No, I didn't go into one.
We're gonna turn on the heat very much. We basically just want to make like almost like a paste.
Hello!
Hey, buddy. That's a neighbor's. Absolutely
And
adorable.
he's not skinny. I'm a right up in I'm very, very impressed.
There you go. Now into a nice
So when you're
place.
basically in the house.
Yo, people. Let us speak.
There
Speak
isn't.
what's on your
But there's
mind.
not very much. Look, I love my nose.
Okay.
But I mean, there's constantly people up and down and up and down. Now, there you can keep the door open both ways. But it's, have you seen how
Okay,
secluded?
you're gonna head in the
Everything's
wall.
like, everybody's in their own.
There you go.
When you're in the backyard, even if you have neighbors, there's like big trees in front. You know. You
Okay.
can be in your backyard having a drive, just sitting in the
Basically, just
Yeah.
whisk this until the lumps disappear.
You could honest, you could if you wanted to.
Oh dear. We are out. We're gonna have to change.
And it's nice parking space. You just park in front of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what Duncan said. He said this country, this country, because I do have to find stuff from just my table with me.
Okay. There you go. And stir.
You work it out.
Basically, we want to stir this until all the lumps are gone. And while we do so, I will tell stories, even though I'm pretty sure I struggle at fucking well multitasking at points.
You don't have a problem with it, do you? Okay.
Now, as I was saying, as I said, I will struggle at multitasking with that. So let me finish.
And your
Let me tell the
glasses
story.
is actually quite nice and big.
So I remember when I started to make sauces for the first time. I sucked at it. I can tell you right now, I sucked. Balls.
That's enough. I love that
But through the arts of Joshua Wiseman, Gordon Ramsay, and that, I learned how to make a proper sauce. Proper sauces. Build it flavor. Okay, we don't have any milk anymore, so we're gonna have to use some
No,
water.
to be perfectly honest, my sister, they bought it. They got a deal on
Okay.
something. So she said, is there any place you can store this? I said, you know what? We don't know. Nobody has space to store it. I don't want to store it by prawns office. I'll just dump it in the garage and you know it. In that case, they don't care to do. I said, Miss Rona doesn't got the space. Do you know what? Go ahead, because you never know, the place we get may not have a proper honey. And I was very curious. May not have a proper
Okay.
honey in it.
There you go. And now we're gonna add some cheese. Because why not? Cheese is delicious. Cheese is great. Cheese is amazing. If you don't like cheese, what is wrong with you? Plus, this cheese, we're gonna actually just turn that very big. Because we don't want the cheese to curdle. And this is where we can start using just a spatula.
And whatever, maybe citronella candles and person plays out. Nice summer's day. But I would like to take that katana again. Damn, it was a nice guy. Hey, really good.
Oh yeah, now it's starting to melt. Become nice and pully. Look at that. Pulling. It be pulling. Yes, we're adding a lot of cheese because I don't want any of this cheese to go to waste.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see,
Okay.
come up.
So while that's melting, let's check.
I know. So now we
She don't want to be ooh or anything. It's just like
No, she can't.
like
No.
well she can, but it's painful.
So painful. That's why I say they come over and down and it doesn't, there's no space.
There you go. Sorry, I had to increase the time. Chips are still not cooked yet.
Your dad will charge us. You know, it's got no problem. And that lot is so nice because it's, you guys can actually have a gaming space. Even if you didn't think about maybe just purchasing a, like a table for your, for your potato.
Okay, so look at that.
Maybe just
That's our
if you got
sauce.
the money.
Look at that. That is creamy. That is divine.
Dunk it, but you guys, you can play there, Dunk, Stephen plays here, or whatever.
It's divine. Now we're gonna add in the. Basically, this is a cheesy onion and
Oh, well, let's see what happens.
a cheesy onion and spinach mix. Okay, we're just gonna add a few spices.
Then you can use this
Some
the
herbs.
TV and then share.
Some chicken spice.
The loft area, I think that is what caught my eye is the loft.
Some MSG.
It's extra space.
Because
If it
why
wasn't for
not?
that extra space, it would have been small.
And salt.
It would have been.
Because who has anything without salt? Salt is literally the number one thing for
Then I
everything.
would have said, but it's not with its name, because we're going to put it, I need to put my table in, where's he going to put his table? Where you guys going to put your stuff? Look, I don't know if you want to TV up there, whatever, put the TV thing. That is up to you.
Okay.
Just for simply get it through.
Clean spoon.
But I'm
Let's
sure.
taste.
I never had a problem with this place.
Divine.
Yeah.
Mama?
It's just, no, but it's literally just another income. That's all I want to see is another income. Now, if they look at my bank account, they can see Stefan Buys.
Mom?
Yeah, and if we can put my stuff there, then you can just put and then if they ask for my expenses, just put the food there.
Nice creamy, delicious spinach.
No, they don't.
This can be put as a side or be put onto our fish, which is going to be cooked a bit later.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look at all that.
That's
That's Mother in the background, ladies and gentlemen, and she absolutely finds it delicious. Clean this. Again, you can use the same utensil, just make sure you have a clean, soapy bit of water in the back. Then you can reuse it, because then you've cleaned off any bacteria in that. Might as well. Again, I think that eating is actually helping my brain.
Welcome to the Qatar Economic Forum powered by Google. Bringing the world together goes now for the 5th year.
Alright, we're just gonna put a bit more
Financial power.
coconut oil.
And a front row seat to the power players driving the global economy forward. Join us for May 20th to the 22nd. Request your invitation at QatarEconomicForum.com.
Ugh. Oh, forgot one more ingredient, pepper. Pepper with spinach is absolutely delicious.
This is one of the most expensive cuts you're going to find here in this restaurant. What's the opposite of a fry? I'll do it this guy. Hello, sir. What do you have? Really? Chicken from you ever had foreigners here who don't know what you're looking in? And you tell them? You shouldn't tell them. Let them be surprised. Thank you very much.
Just noticed for
Delicious.
This meat is saucy, man. It's so smoky. The fact that
We may just need to buy a dustbin.
Wait, this. Oh yeah.
That came with the place.
So we'll buy it. Oh wait, we're actually fucking idiots. You can actually buy an appliance rack. That could sort on take a lot. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Wow, my brother calling
And then
himself
this
an idiot. That's
dustbin-
new.
Dustbin can be the outside.
There you go. That's done.
No, that's enough. Look, I
And
would just
while
ask
that
you
is still
that I
cooking,
can-
we're going to basically just clean up our
Buy
environment.
dustbin.
Why?
Do you like it? But I will say, if you didn't have the loft, it would be too small. The loft added, and the fact that it's so high added the genocide.
And the fact that you can literally take out the carpet and basically put in your own is absolutely great.
Now you're not going to bore in your room. You're either going to be
Look,
upstairs. or
I'm
you're
glad
sleeping
there's
in your room
space
and
for both washing machines. There's possibly space for both fridges in the kitchen. We'll just have to see if they fit. Yours is a little bit bigger than mine. But at the end of the day, should be
I mean, you
okay.
could put the.
What do you feel about your room? It's nice and big, hey? It's a toilet and a shower there
Yeah.
by you guys. But that's enough. That's all you need in your room.
By the way, is your room going to be big enough for you?
Now, all I want to do is I want to sleep in it. and I want to have a cupboard space, which I will have. Because remember, I'm sharing cupboard space with Duncan.
So look, the setup will be similar to how it is. The couch will be here, except
If you're hearing
table
names,
is then gonna
none
be
of them are mine.
right, all of yours.
I like to keep my life private.
I mean, look, the couches are live close to the sliding door. It's right.
That was onion. But it still tastes
Yeah,
nice.
and then this one will have to go upstairs.
Yeah, we'll put this one in the loft.
But that's actually quite nice. And this one will have to also go upstairs.
Yeah, that's the plan. Remember, we're just gonna do a swap out or a tag out because this would sit by the island.
Oh.
Because I think
That's nice.
it's bigger than this
I'll be
room
back.
that way. It's just maybe a bit shorter this way. But we can make a plan with that.
But I love the little back area. That is perfect for brides and that. Imagine on a summer's day and you have, let's say you want a mom-in-law and your dad-in-law there, or, I mean, even freaking hell, my aunt and uncle. And, I mean, we can have a whole lot of people over there and, and instead of shoving them on a balcony. Huh?
There's actual space.
And many different rooms to go into. Oh, thank you for the like. Hey Ryan, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Don't worry, we're not done cooking. We're just allowing the rest to basically cook and
I'm
everything.
just gonna log in quickly. It'll take 2
But
minutes.
while we are waiting,
He looks good though.
oh, the Wolfram.
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry, I'm still getting over exhaustion. Chips. All right. While we wait, sorry. As I said, my head is like getting hit by a brick type pains. But, the show must go on.
By the way, Duncan will officially have his own cup.
Exactly.
I know.
So basically,
That's gonna be empty for a bit.
I mean, just in mine and Shanae, it's all of these kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry that I was quiet. Was busy with dinner. No, it's no issue, dude. No issue. So currently, I'm just trying to keep myself from falling or passing out because that's how bad my headache is. I'm also just trying to think of a quick dessert. I would do the cake again, the brownie, but I don't have milk. Sorry. Ugh. Into my head. So what was the most outrageous thing you saw on regular show? Regular show. Yenna. I'm gonna be honest. It's when Mordecai basically pushed Rigby into time itself and erased him. For a woman. He sorry for my language here, but he offed his bro for pussy. He offed his bro for a chick. Fave Sport. Hey, what up? Not Ryan YT. Okay. Rugby. Cricket is kind of boring to me. We don't play baseball here. Basketball is a here and there situation. But rugby. I used to play rugby when I was in high school, so it's still one of my favorite sports. Boxing is a close second, and so is UFC. For me, it's when the hammer hit muscle. Let me just say, that scene still breaks me. It was just like, the hammer, it's real. Dudes, take my picture, and just get smacked in the face, and then his own man tits hit him in the eyes. You see two black eyes right there, be like, oh no, bro. When it comes to voices, I can do Muscle Man, no problem. Like, I don't sound like Muscle Man. That hurts my throat a bit. What about American football? American football is weak. Just like how Halo is doomed for pussies, football is rugby for pussies. And the reason for it, they have to wear pads. They have to wear helmets to do their sport, and they still get injured. Rugby players, they don't wear anything. They wear like the thinnest pad here. One guy wears a hat that doesn't even count as padding, and they just play. Like I remember a joke from Barry Hilton where a rugby player could have his ear bitten off, his leg removed, his ribs stolen, and his teeth gone, and he'll just say, and the referee will just go, "Would you like to go off at off time?" He's just like, "Nah, just give me an aspirin, give me a grandpa, man." Where are you from, by the way? I'm from South Africa. I was born in Mpumalanga, very young, for 5 years, and then I moved to Johannesburg at the age of 5, so in 2005, where I spent the rest of my life. Spent the rest of my life in Gauteng. Yeah, that's probably why my accent doesn't make sense, because I was born in Mpumalanga, and I heard from someone saying that Mpumalanga accents are very different from other South Africans. You sound British, that's why. See, in Mpumalanga at the time, there were a lot of people who spoke more English. I'm just joking. I come from my one half, which is my mom. She's mostly English, and she's got Viking and Scottish heritage. From my father's side was Afrikaner with also with Dutch. Well, I don't think Dutch, but it was Saxon and French. No joke, I've got French in my blood. Yes, it's the one thing that retreated whenever I felt sick. What religion? Christianity. I basically became a born-again Christian after this. If you guys can see here, it's like a scar that goes all the way here. I had to go for surgery of drainage of something called Ludwig's angina, which only forms in the neck for about 1 in 30,000 people. I was that one. And I spent a whole month in the hospital, 25 days, somewhat to a month.
15.
Shh. Anyway, and it was 25 days.
It was 15. I know. I got sick.
Anyway, and through there I found myself back with God, because every day I prayed and I felt like He was there. Do you know Thanos from Squid Games? Oh, that guy! You mean the guy with the purple hair? Literally, that guy. I've looked up on him. He's very popular in the South Korean movie genres. He played a student who knew martial arts. He's a bloody good. What is it? He's a bloody good rapper. He's got I'm not gonna lie. He's got a face that literally could carve diamonds. No homo. Yep. That guy, literally, if I ever met him, I fucking will shake his hand. But you can see, like, a lot of the people that they put up to be all these bad guys and that, like in Squid Games, when they put that guy with the tattoo, he was a piece of garbage and all of that. But outside, he's literally a teddy bear. Literally, he treats his mother with respect. He loves the people around him, and he was just awesome to be around. Do you got ADHD or? I have ADHD and dyslexia. So the ADHD part of me literally wants me to just basically, well, to act out all of my things that go on in my head. And I've got dyslexia. And how did I find this out? When I thought my left hand was my right hand. And throughout the rest. It's kind of like that episode of George Lopez where he's just like, he's dyslexic, just turn him. I swear. If George Lopez was in South Africa when he was doing his comedy, he'd go sky high. Because I used to watch that show on SABC3, the George Lopez show, or just George Lopez. And I loved every single episode. You a cooker? Yes, I'm a cook. I'm a cook, not a chef. I actually found out that chef is French for boss or head. Head of the company. So, for example, Gordon Ramsay would be known as a chef because he was the head, and the sous chef would be his side man. I'm just a cook. So yeah, a lot of people thought there was no difference between the two, but there is a difference. The chef French, there were a lot of chefs and all that. But then you go to the West, and a lot of people who cook the beans, they cook toast and all that. Fave food. Oh, now you got me a burger. I'm sorry. I love pizza. I love. Okay, if we have to go into the unhealthy range, I like fried chicken, breaded chicken. I do love a pizza and that, but a burger you can't go wrong with, especially a smash burger. It's just meat, bun, throw in some fruit and vegetables. Yes, a tomato is a fruit. It's been proven it's a fruit. And you just get that meltiness and the cheese. Always use American cheese. Don't use any other cheese but American cheese. Or processed cheese here in South Africa. And now the chips. Oh, look at that. Perfectly cooked chips. In an air fryer, so it's much healthier for your body. Listen, the thing is, when it comes to healthy, not healthy, anything can be unhealthy if you eat it too much. For example, MSG. People like to say, oh, it's unhealthy, it's bad for you. No, it's not. MSG is found in everything. It's found in tomatoes, it's found in mushrooms. Hell, it's found in corn. Literally, maize meal has MSG in it. And the thing is, it is only bad for you if you eat too much of it. Look at this. Crunch. Nice and fluffy. Alright, now we need to get this in a bowl.
Uncertain interval. Maar weet je wat? I'm not being funny. Your uncle was always knows best.
Not always the best.
Oh, he always. And really.
Okay, just cleaning up the bowl.
Sophie was never bought as a
Guard dog.
guard dog. She was bought as a pig. And that's all she eats. She's allowed to.
Crunchy, yes. That's the thing about a chip. And the proper thing about air frying is, since it doesn't have like oil, too much oil in it, it doesn't soggy. It doesn't become soggy and become basically soft and everything. It will stay crispy for longer. It will. I have left like chips like this in the fridge. Next day, still crunchy. Cold, but crunchy.
So obviously they have a client in for the bite.
Plus, you have to season it. Season it while it's in there, because when it's wet and you season it, the seasoning melts into or dissolves into the chip.
It's just soup. It tastes like duck soup. It's nice. Now you slowly. Oh wow, that is looking pretty developed. Oh my god, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? That is nearly a full-term duck. That is the head. You're supposed to not really look at the.
The only bits of oil that are in here is from the chip itself and a bit of the spray. Other than that, perfectly fine.
Play for 1 minute, get up to 50 billion coins. Play for 50 minutes, get up to 23 coins. Play for 30 minutes, and you will.
if you had to live on one type of fries, what would it be? You ask an interesting question. We call it chips. But to be honest, thick cut, steak cut chips. The reason for it, it's big. And a lot of people say because it's big, it doesn't get crunchy in that. Because you're not cooking it properly. I have made steak chips that are not only crunchy, but also soft in the middle. And plus, they're steak chips. Can't go wrong.
Salty slices on top. She's putting a little bit of red wine sauce. Alright, let's go eat.
I don't have guacamole, but that is a good choice. I have used guacamole. I'm sorry, I have to.
Fatty, brine, delicious, salt in the middle.
Alright, now we get the chip, we get the fish. As I said, this is basically like a giant fish finger. And we're going to just
Okay, so they look kind of like this. They have these huge antennae right here, and they have big, beautiful, juicy tails.
some salt and spray. We're just gonna spray a thin layer just so it gets crispy. And then we're gonna add a tiny bit of salt, just a bit, so it has flavor. Don't worry guys, I'm still here. We're gonna do about 30 minutes, why not? Now the perfect thing about these chips, take a bit of this, take a chip.
Not a problem. It's got these weird eyeballs that suck back into it.
Oh, look at that. That is the creamy spinach, the cheesy creamy spinach with a chip.
And you have to not mind eating a bit of shell too. Alright, that is, I think, a respectable amount of crab meat.
Guacamole is absolutely delicious.
Sweet, a little bit mushy, it's fine. I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna go up there and get something else from the seafood section.
The cool thing about an avocado I've seen is because it doesn't have flavor. It's technically a bland fruit. Yeah, guacamole is a fruit again. Anything with a seed that grows on a tree is a fruit. In my opinion. Or by fact. But since it's a bland fruit, you can basically blend it up and put it in anything. You can even take guacamole, you can even take a avocado and you can actually blend it into a chocolate shake if you want it to be a bit healthier, with a bit of milk and cocoa powder, of course.
What is it that separates this from other premium high-end buffets? I think what
Yes, I always wash my hands before I cook. Always. The thing is, I only wash my hands because I just had my hands with oil and everything. Small bit, but always. When it comes to cooking, if you're cooking for yourself, still wash your hands, because you do not want to start tasting and all that, and suddenly you taste something that you probably should have washed off your hands when you were in the bathroom. Especially when you're with family. You do not want to give your family hepatitis because you don't know how to wash your hands. Always wash your hands. That is a fact. Wash your hands. Because there's bacteria on them. So it's gonna infect people. I should probably stop eating this before we lose all. Just we're actually, why don't I make a drink? Do you eat pork? Yes. In fact, one of my favorite bits of pork is bacon. Not really. Bacon is a second one. My favorite is a pork fillet, because the thing is with a pork fillet, and I've said it on these streams, if you go and watch my other streams as well, I always say when it comes to pork fillet, it's tender. You can never go bad with it, as you can literally cook that for a while until, even if it's gray in the middle, which is perfectly okay if you don't want medium rare and all of that, but you're not supposed to have medium rare pork, just a slight blush. But it's absolutely great. I can't eat pork because of my religion. I'm guessing either you are Jewish or Muslim, which is understandable. Literally, if it's because of your religion, it's not a problem. but you can replace pork with something else that has the same type to it. Like for example, if you want to make a bacon burger, like a bacon and cheeseburger, you can replace bacon with thin strips of beef, which is it's called bacon, which is actually just basically beef bacon. Yeah, second one. Hope you're having a good day, man. But anyway, as I said, if you do want that type of feel to it, just use beef. Because with beef, basically, it's even technically it's even better because it's beef on beef. And if you don't want pork fillet, you're just gonna have to save a bit and get yourself a beef fillet. Which, if you're just by yourself and pay about 50 rand for a small beef fillet, it's not a problem. You can even make yourself something known as a beef Wellington, which is absolutely gorgeous. I will literally fight anyone who wants to say, oh, beef Wellingtons are not good. When do you take showers? Every morning. I take a shower every morning, and if I'm unable to do it in the morning, I do it for the middle of the day. Thing is, I'm still looking for work, but doesn't mean I can't keep myself clean and healthy. A lot of people say you can basically just take a shower every 2 days in a week, and I'm like, no. I walk everywhere. I make sure that I am getting 10 to 20,000 steps, and I do not want to smell like I've taken 20,000 steps. Billionaire Timo, Timo. If you know Sorted and you know Barry on how he leaves a hob on, it's the same thing that happens with my mother in ads. She forgets an ad is on. Do you have any a wife or kids? Nope. None of those. Dude, I am unemployed. I can't even take care of myself at points. I'm living with my mother, my brother, and my sister-in-law because it's currently a struggle to find work here in this damn country. But once I get back into it, maybe I'll think about going into relationships again. But for now, I can barely afford to take care of myself, so it's just how it is. Oh. So crunchy. Fuck it, what's another one? I told you, man, South Africa. Oh wait, probably told somebody else. But yeah, it's South Africa. Alright, I'm gonna make a drink. I'm still here, just picking up. Ice. Just a simple one. Just a bit of a rum and coke, basically. Simple but delicious.
Met by all of the seafood right here. We have the oysters, we have tennis shells. These have already been cooked. These big old snails also already cooked. How do you get it out? Not concerned because they're not alive. As we move down, you'll see snails, seashells.
We're gonna use a bit of white coke. Just a small amount. I don't drink much, so this is on occasion. These are on occasion, so I don't really drink much. Do you play Fortnite? I used to play Fortnite, to be honest, but my PC literally didn't have enough space to keep it there. Besides, my internet at points, even though a very strong one, I live in South Africa, so it's a bloody struggle to even play with good internet here. That's good.
I mean, fantastic. Okay, so wow, that is a taste of what's to come. But first, we are going to grill these up. So welcome to
it tastes good.
Everybody at this restaurant has a table like this, a spot where in front of them they can either make some hot fire or grill over charcoal just like this. Well, you can really see the longer they cook, they slowly release that muscle and open up. Oh, take a look at that. Big, fleshy, delicious. Right here I have some big sauce with chilies and garlic.
What is
a little bit of a dip, and on top of that, cheers.
You want a chip?
Oh, yeah. A little briny, but overall,
It's a lot of work.
what's wild about this is the
How's it taste?
It's not even the most expensive food that they have here, but it's amazing that you want to sit here all night, have beers, and take your time eating the seafood. Actually,
I don't know what else to say. That's okay, man. Literally. You can even start a conversation if you want.
The alcohol, that is not. Our purple plans have finished cooking. I'm gonna grab one of these out. You can see the muscle.
Do you have anything that you want tips on? Like, let's say if you need some tips on what to cook, what to cook with, and all.
Now it's entirely yours. Although you lost over 500. It's an explosion of flavor inside. So this is round one.
All right, I'll ask some questions. Why not?
Do you feel sad? Probably not. But progressively, as I keep putting more animals on this grill, you might feel sad. The gentleman's food just jumped away. Gotta be careful. In just a moment, I'm going to show you some more of the live seafood, but I wanted to show you a little bit more around this buffet. They have
A sandwich that you don't need oil or anything. I would have to say a chip sandwich. Over here in South Africa, we have basically we have a big following where you buy basically a big thing of chips. It can be small size and all that. It's called slap chips. So they're not. Some of them are crispy, but then you get like the ones that are cooked, but they are a little flimsy. But those ones are delicious because they have so much flavor to them. You slap it on 2 pieces of bread. And if you want, you can put like mayonnaise. You can put some tomato sauce, acha. Hell, you can even throw yourself a piece of bologna. We call it bologna. You got, I bet Americans call it bologna. Have you been to jail? No. No, I haven't. You see, in life, it's either deal with what I have or become somebody's prison bitch. I'd rather be on the streets than be a prison bitch. My gut can take a few days without food, but I don't think any part of my body can take anything else.
Take a look at this guy. This is a little river prawn. You have to be careful while you get them on your plate that they don't escape or just escape. You gotta be quick.
Alright, I have to go for a bit more. I have a question for you, since you're a gamer. Name a game with the worst, name a good game with the worst video game ending. How do I say it? Nah, simple. Name a good game with a bad ending to it.
I pulled my little trim to the side and I said a little eulogy for each one. This one is big. I'm going to give the head a little bit of a twist and pull. Oh, that is the expert extraction right there.
What's the worst injury you had in rugby? Other than my concussions, I once had an injury where basically I dislocated my entire knee. Now the thing is, dude, Fortnite doesn't have an ending. Oh yeah, it is annoying. Oh, we got 5 likes, which means a shot of lemon juice. I'm gonna make sure in our next live, possibly if we are able to make a live during the weekend, where basically we do little challenges. Salute. This doesn't really affect me, to be honest, because I have had things that are worse. As I was back to the one question about the injury. You see where the kneecap is? It's like lying there. Now imagine somebody tackling you and that kneecap going off the railing onto the side of your leg. and then you having to push your body to the bone and push it back in. Other than that, I've had 3 concussions. 1 concussion, while I had the ball, some dickhead tackled me from the back, and I slammed my head into the post, into the what is it called again? Mom, what is it called again? The rugby poles. What is it called again? There's rugby poles. Rugby goal posts. Sorry, again, my brain is not here and there. But that 1 concussion, one guy actually fucking well stomped on my head. No joke. And yeah, a lot of other issues. When do you sleep? Well, on a good day, maybe 8 to 10 o'clock, if it's a good day. But on usual days, I sleep at 2 a.m. Possibly 2 a.m. And if it's really bad, I know it's not a goal post, but in rugby, there's like, it's kind of like in football. They have the long metal pipe, 1 in the middle and then 2 on the side where you have to kick the ball through it. That's what the Americans have. We have something, which they stole, where it's 2 of them. Do you mind not swearing, please? Don't... Sorry to tell you, I'm a very swearing person, but I will try. I will try. You asked nicely, so I will try. So, as I was saying, it's kind of like the same post that the Americans have and what they stole, but it's 2 posts in that, and let me just say, it may be a hollow pipe, but I hit my head so hard, I literally was seeing stars. I actually thought my skull was cracked, but luckily it wasn't. I just ended up with such a concussion, I slurred my speech for 2 days. It was that bad, to be honest. That bad. Yes, like an H. Not like a Y, like an H. Alright, seems that are... Mother, over here? Mom, hear this? Do you hear that? That is the fish. The skin, the batter has basically crusty. Crunchy. It has become crunchy.
First time you get credit, then you can get after it.
Not to serve. Now before we serve, the chips. This is for Mother.
That is a thick boy right there. The best part about eating the monkey so far is that it's not alive. We're trying to escape.
We're just turning this back on so we can heat up the creamy spinach.
Peel back some of the skin and look for the meat that's underneath. The skin comes right off. You got all that nice.
We're just basically warming that up.
Freshwater fish actually tastes like stagnant water. They're very specifically gooey fish. It tastes like what it would taste like. Picture a pond, cattails, frogs surfing, the air wet, dew on the grass, and then
Okay, actually we're gonna throw this back in the air fryer quickly. Because the thing about an air fryer, it cooks the top nice and crispy. But unlike an air fryer, it doesn't have it cooking everywhere. We're still gonna We're still gonna warm everything up. How old am I? I'm 25 years old, man. 25! 20, 25.
First of all, the selection of seafood is massive, and the seafood itself is quite huge. The second unique thing about this place is the cooking. Now, you can get it cooked in here, or if you want, you can come here, say you want a steamed king crab, go to your house, and they will deliver it.
We're just gonna put it on a low heat, just to keep it warm.
What we saw at the buffet. But first, I want to show you just how
But yeah, I'm 25 years old.
this is a massive king crab.
Turned 26 this year.
At least it's 8 pounds. Oh, should I take it? Oh, it's spiky and full. Have you seen anything this massive? Oh my gosh. I'm done. Next thing
Pretty
I
young,
saw is
yeah.
lobster. This one
And
is
still trying to look for work.
Holy cow, look at that claw. Now, when I was in Maine, I learned that they had to keep lobsters under a certain weight, and I believe that weight was around 4 pounds. This is way over 4 pounds. In Canada, they don't care. He's got a net right here. He just pulled out a bunch of these. Now, this is a version of what we saw at the buffet. It's actually the same species. That was just a bit more underdeveloped. I'm going to order 2 pounds worth. We're going to break it in the kitchen and cook it up. This time, I've hired a hitman. Look up hitman in the area. Now you're on the FBI most wanted list. Is that fun? Is she already doing it? Is she doing it? We are now inside the kitchen. It seems that the killing method here is much more straightforward. He just slices the
Yeah,
face off.
basically pretty young.
From here, the shrimp heads up mainly into the steamer for a few minutes to get cooked all the way through. All right, our chef has opened the steamer. And
Although I wouldn't use the word pretty.
right here we have our
I am subpar at best. A lot of people say I'm like maybe a 6. No, I'm a 2.
And right here we have already fried garlic. Almost ridiculous amount of garlic. He gives it a fiery stir. The shrimp meal is complete. We're going to go to
So I'm just looking for the spatula, which I had, and now it's gone.
It is seafood, and it was very recently alive. Earlier today we saw the
Oh, there it is.
friendly variety
Just,
of
again,
shrimp.
blind.
Now we're going to see the more premium price. For one shrimp, it's about $4. That means to get into that buffet, you have to pay 2 shrimp. I'm not sure if they would allow that as legal tender, but you can try it. But what about the taste? You know, it's not always about the volume of food. Sometimes we want food that just tastes real yummy. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, give it a little bit of a twist. Boy, so hot. Look at all that face meat. The next move is to peel off the rest of the shell. Oh,
When's the last time you had some decent shellfish?
Here, I'm going to hit with a little bit more garlic. Of course, we still have those very similar sauces to what they had at the buffet.
Every time I look at this, I feel like lobster or something like
Yes, I'm busy snacking because I'm still waiting for
A
fish.
little bit of the dip, very good too. Spicy, sweet, salty, and then just a big bouncy shrimp body. Overall, what I learned from the chef is that you don't actually have to grill the shrimp to death. You can just cut it face off with scissors. Also, a steamer is going to be quick part of
All right.
that shrimp instead of waiting forever for
You're
the
bored.
oil to grill. Here we have
I got a question for you.
Here they also have live mud crab.
I want you to name any game other than Fortnite that you play.
crab,
Look at this guy.
lobster stuff,
Oh,
like
there
crayfish.
you go. The next one is to cook them up.
The tail.
If not, I will give you some recommendations of certain games.
Alive. Let's find out.
And I really like scallops.
Right here we have our crabs. Wow, simple is to stick the scissors directly into the crab's body and basically rip the top of the head off. So this one right here is the female. You can see all the eggs inside. And then
I'm a fan of like another thing that's really expensive that I really like is scallops.
Still need to go for a bit.
I'm telling you that. That's crabs. That could come in handy next time.
I mean, you're on a road trip.
That is sad. That one.
Sorry, I had to. English grammar is the one thing I do. On a road trip to where? What's going on?
Oysters in this country that we don't get
It's completely cooked through, but now we need to add some serious flavor. So first he puts in a black pepper sauce. It's going to smother these guys. The crab gets soaked in that, and then he can do a little bit of stir, coating every single part of the crab. Just like that, he's going to put it onto our platter, reassembling the crab into a
London to home. Ah, that's nice. Oh, so you're English. Alright. Sounds good. I'm sorry if it's a bit boring, but there's nothing I can really do while the chips are cooking.
If they're those big Swazi oysters, they'd be worth it.
Oh my goodness, and you know what you got? Let's try to talk to you very one more.
Is the shell smooth or like bumpy on the
Unfortunately, I wasn't concentrating on the shell.
Just the shells look
I
like.
was concentrating on the oyster.
Yeah, because if it's the
Basically,
ones that have
absolutely
they're like
delicious.
almost like bumpy and spiny on the
Could I see
outside.
your family or not?
That's the like the
The
swamp
thing is,
oysters,
I would,
those
but my
big
family
ones.
does not like to be on camera. I have no problem. I don't have a problem with people seeing my face, but I respect their decisions. But you know what? I'm gonna ask you, how old are you, buddy? Please tell me you're not like 10 or that, please. Because I've had people literally tell me that they are 10 or...
Sweet, sweet. And then they give it to you with a bag of chipped ice underneath it. And then I cover it with clean wrap. And
You mean
then
same age?
When they bring it to me, then I usually just put on the
Or
top
same with,
lemon and black
There
pepper.
was
With my family.
And it is fresh.
You know those like sushi rotisserie things? There was this one that this one
There you go.
plate that they did at this one plate. It comes in
I wanna
like
get
a
recorded,
plate and
so
it's like
I
a
won't
little
say.
plastic dome that goes
Okay.
in it,
Yeah, I know.
and inside it's got 2 oysters. And what they did with those oysters is they pre-prepped them and then they put them on the
Okay,
carousel.
now we can start
And
serving.
they put soy sauce, a little bit of lemon juice,
Yeah.
Put that
and
in
they
there.
put like salmon roe.
Basically,
On
it's
top
kind of
of
like
it.
a fish and chips,
And then they
like the
send it
British
out
fish and
around.
chips,
That was
but
lekker.
with a
That-
bit
that
of
salty salmon roe with the oysters.
with a bit of spinach on the
But
side.
they had, we went to, I think it was the one day, there was an
We're just gonna
accident
check
on the
something
highway
quickly.
someplace, and we always knew that if there was an accident on the highway from Redfern to Centurion, the people would take the
Yeah, I'm just
back-
checking the temperature.
they
It must
took
be
the
at
back route.
at
You
least
would
75
take
degrees
ages,
Celsius
Ages. So I said to Stefan,
to be
"Will you
fully
pick
cooked.
me up? If you can, bring me down here, and we'll just have some supper
All right.
and just wait the traffic up, because we'll be sitting in traffic for the next hour and a half.
Perfect.
And there
That is
was
a perfectly cooked
Waterfall
piece of
Park
fish.
is here, and if you go literally like down round the corner, there's a food lovers, there's everything, there's a lovely little restaurant there. It's not little, very nice restaurant. Very nice restaurant. And they used to have specials on their sushi. And it would also, they come in they drop it. I think it was.
Right, and then that is done.
Yeah.
Let's
Like a
serve them
conveyor.
up.
Yeah, and conveyor. Rotisserie, listen to it.
Same thing, they both go round and round, man.
Yeah, and then, no, but the one goes like this and the one goes like this. And then
But
you
you can
take
also make it
and they would
interesting
tell
around
you
like
the
this.
black plates cost so much and this plates, the green plates cost so much.
And now we serve.
Man, and we used to get, especially when it was 50% of sushi, we'd sit there and we would eat sushi like
And that's how it basically looks.
beautiful.
It's a nice, it's a nice,
I put
somewhat
my-
healthy meal, but it's very delicious.
I gave heart attacks to my parents because there was this place. My dad used to. I don't remember the logistics. I was very young, but he was collecting cash from this place to pay off
Mother?
a debt,
I'll be ending and I'll have no appetite.
and he. So we were at this particular restaurant.
Alright,
Like,
now to serve myself.
every day, like we would drive past it. And like they were talking, they would go in meetings and all sorts of stuff. And it's a
I'm a
Greek
bit different
restaurant.
from my mother.
In the same like building. You go around the corner and you go
Basically
up,
chips.
and it's a sushi bowl. So one day my parents said I never had sushi in my life. And
Spinach?
they said, okay, go sit up there, go have sushi.
Favorite subject.
And so
Video
I was like,
games, to be honest.
okay, cool. I
Video
went up there.
games and
When they got back to me, I
anime.
had 14 plates.
Anything discussing a bit of
next to me.
fantasy away from the real world.
And I had just gotten salmon nigiri. Freaking the rice and the salmon. My parents really lost their answer because you know how much money that cost at like one of those Lani's
And then-
sushi
One of
rotisseries?
those.
And this was when I was like,
Salmon.
9, 10. When I walked, my mother then learned that they never just give me an open season to do something.
No,
Okay,
you
and
might-
then,
but you do have
A little bit more. And the thing is, you don't need to
I
use
think
it.
the whole reason there is my mother was like, he's never going to eat sushi, so we'll send him up there and we'll have one plate and then he'll shut up for an hour. It was probably the logic, but it never worked out. Ever since then, I've been nuts for sushi.
There you go.
If I could eat it
And there's
every
still
day, I would.
left if a person wants a snack.
I just don't like the seaweed.
What seasoning?
Seaweed.
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 We're talking about sushi.
Oh,
all
I was just
this-
about to say
this is
seaweed
not-
in my dish. What the hell?
That's the one thing I don't like. So I stay away from those that
The
are
rolls,
actually
yeah.
seaweed. Even those little ones.
But I thought you liked the salmon roses.
No, like
there
school.
is-
love
Oh,
salmon
my
And that-
favorite subject
even
from
the seaweed-
school.
even the seaweed
Consumers.
in it
It was
also,
cooking.
but I can
Literally,
take
it's
the
what
seaweed.
led
It's
to me
like
basically
paper.
doing
I'm
this.
eating paper. But other than that, love sushi. I love my salmon.
Now, as I said,
love
this is
my
basically a
tuna.
giant fish finger.
Have
that
you
we
ever
have.
had
Perfectly
deep
cooked.
fried sushi?
We have
Hear that?
just at the
A nice crispness.
Ocean Basket in Melbourne.
Deep fried tuna.
No, we used to go to the Ocean Basket. We love going to that Ocean Basket. It's such a fantastic
And they
place.
have really decent sushi.
Mm.
And they did. I mean, their sushi chef was
I like their
amazing.
platter, the soup salmon
Yes.
platter.
But not just that, they used to make one where the rice was basically like deep fried. And we used to love that.
And it comes with that Yossi mayo, that
Oh my god, the
Curie mayo.
Kewpie mayo. Now we used to love going. I don't know. I think it was, I don't know what happened. I think we moved and whatever.
Yeah, sushi is expensive
Mm.
these days, no matter where you go.
But that was the nice thing about
Thing about
it.
consumers,
We happened to go.
It literally
we
helped
happened to
me
have that very big accident
know what I
on the
wanted to do.
highway.
I always
And
wanted to learn how to
if
cook,
you
but my
went
sister and my brother couldn't
back
do it.
road, oh my god, you'd be sitting with you, and the taxis
Yeah, that's
would,
just
you know
exactly-
taxis,
Yeah.
they do their own. So it would take you just as long as on the highway.
I wanted to
So,
learn how to cook for my brothers and
You would just,
sisters, but they
go
were busy
and
with
visit
stuff
that
and all
person.
that, and I wasn't going
oh,
to
we
force them to
tried
do
it
things they
once.
didn't
So I
want.
said, I'm not
So I
such
took
a-
consumers,
I'd rather just have a beer
and now
sit to eat something
I can't
and
stop
go later.
loving making food.
Just happened to be that 50% off. But they had a lot of stuff. They had food from everywhere.
I still laugh when I think
All
about
right.
it. The best sushi I've ever had is also the
There you go.
cheapest sushi I've ever had.
No, it's quite possible.
No, it's because when we were in there in St.
Yeah.
Francis,
Crispy, juicy,
Um,
tender.
right
I just put
on
my
the
newborn
box
son
where the
into a
chocolate
blender,
boats
yo.
stop and drop off their catches.
Mhm.
There was you could go to the guys at the boat.
One of these days, I gotta do
and
some of
they
these
could- and you could
challenges
buy the catch,
where they give you a
like we
big
would
plate
buy
of
it for the
food.
lodge. We buy a big like thing for dinner for the lodge or whatever. We're there at like 4 in the morning when the chocolate boats come in.
Yeah, you have to.
And this guy had
Mm.
tuna. Catch the big
Sorry if I'm not talking too much.
tunas.
I'm hungry.
And
I haven't
what
eaten
he
much.
did with when he was selling to people is he's got a little rice cooker on the side, and he's an old Japanese guy.
They make little sweet.
Mother, is
And
the
he
fish
makes
cooked to your
little-
liking?
He cuts the tuna, and he puts it and he says try fish. That's the best sushi I've ever had in my life.
I can imagine.
The thing is, man,
Buying like
Fresh,
off that.
fresh,
when it
fresh.
comes to it,
And then the
fish
next
is very
best
good.
sushi I have
and
in my
technically
life is
healthy.
The most expensive I've ever.
I wouldn't go for batter.
I can imagine.
It is unhealthy
that was at
because it's a
Sun
batter
City.
still. But
That main,
fresh salmon
five-star
or
sushi
fresh
restaurant
hake,
in the
tuna, whatever
hotels.
your favorite fish is,
God, it was so expensive.
is
That sushi
absolutely
was
great if you know how to cook.
Mind blowing as well. But other than that, there's a lot of really like decent priced sushi. Like in Cresta Mall, I don't know if it's still there, but there in the food court they have that little sushi place in the corner.
I don't know, James. Have you seen that so many of them are closed?
And that's why I said I don't know if it's there now, but they used to be there. And that sushi was super cheap, and it was like
Yeah, the only problem is I can't eat a lot of it because of the rice.
Hey, Bug, what's
you
going
can't
on,
eat
man?
A lot of pretty much anything, so
Yes,
it's about
thank you,
fair.
Mary. Yeah,
Babe.
But I suppose if you are eating a small amount of
Hey,
something,
whatever
it
you're
is-
watching, please turn it off. I'm getting double feedback.
Solana is at a German restaurant.
Hmm.
Look what the name of
The thing about like a perfectly cooked piece of fish
Cool, just not-
is anyone in that house can be on camera.
That's
No,
almost as good as fuck off.
they don't like to be on camera.
Stefan. Solana is at a German restaurant.
Besides, I'm just respecting their
The
choices.
difference with that, it's not swearing there.
Yeah, well,
We had this one on tap at the restaurant.
Hold on.
wow, I'm nearly done with my food. Damn. No, I was feeling ill, but after getting some food in me, feels good. Hey, Ryan, Demos is cool. He's cool, man.
Okay, yeah.
It's delicious,
We had
buddy.
in our restaurant there.
What up, Inca?
Oh, no, you
It's
didn't
absolutely
before,
divine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The batter,
It's actually pretty
since
good.
it's cooked with a crisp, you get crunchy, and you get
Salsa
perfectly cooked
Mexicana.
fish.
It's not half bad.
It's expensive.
For us, it was like
You know what? I've noticed something about
65
potato.
a draft.
Yeah.
Potato.
Expensive.
I don't know what normal drafts cost. That's pretty bad.
No, a normal draft can cost
Potato.
40.
You can literally make it in
We
everything.
figured out it was
You want it
like
crispy?
50%
Done.
late
You want it
stage, normal
mashed?
draft will
Done.
cost
You want it
about
boiled,
50.
then crisp?
And we
Done.
move it
You wanna
in Centurion
shape it
salsa
into things? Done.
Mexicana. It costs 40.
If you want it savory, done. If you want it sweet, no joke, there's an actual recipe
I don't drink
for a
draft.
potato cake, which
Yeah,
uses
just
potato
got
that's
that
been
label like over some.
there's potato cookies and all that. It's
I
weird,
like,
but it sounds good.
um,
And if you don't feel like
the
eating it, you
one
can just
draft
drink it
that I
in
did
vodka.
Enjoy, but it was such a
Do you have
pain
any
in the
siblings?
ass,
I'm the youngest
the
of-
Guinness draft.
I'm the youngest of 4.
But
my
that dark
oldest brother,
black. Yeah.
My oldest sister, and my second oldest
No,
brother.
but that's about the only beer that's I enjoyed. It was
Wisconsin
One of them,
Paddy's Day.
Known as Rusty Pie Lover.
Half off it.
You guys should go and see his channel. It's actually freaking cool.
uh,
It's just because he said lol no
it's
camera.
McKinney.
Nah, he's fine, man.
Vintage.
Demos is a good man. Don't worry about it.
McKinney's. It's a beer.
Yeah,
it's an
even
Irish,
sweet potato. Sweet
cream
potato
ale.
can be put as a dish.
Still exists.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
And
Nice.
you can get the draft cans with the little
Again,
ball in them.
If you want to watch this again later, you can. This live's not
No,
going
There
away.
used to be an Irish restaurant that used to.
You can get the beer. I don't know about the restaurant. But you can
Do I play any
still get
games?
the beer.
Usually
I even
single
had it
player,
at my house.
but I dabble here in multiplayer.
I just
I go for Red Dead Redemption, Far Cry 4. Those are 2 are currently playing. Resident Evil.
This is different.
If I can
That's
find
probably
them,
why I
some
like it.
Silent Hill
But have you
games.
seen how long it takes to pour the
Basically,
proper draft of Guinness?
I have a thing about me. If I can,
It's because
if I
the
can play a
thing
game
is
where I
to,
have some
like,
form of
pour slowly and
defense,
settle.
like
It's not
self-defense.
like a normal draft you pour in
Open
like
world
10
is optional. It can even be linear. I don't mind.
But in Ireland, that's all they drink.
I don't blame them.
Reason I like playing alone is because, well,
I'm surprised they don't just drink
no
brandy
internet
like the rest of us.
problems.
Let me tell you something, I'm not being funny. but
Game
I think
functions
because
properly
of
and all
the
that.
cold,
Most of the games I have are single-player games. From combat to guns to, hell, even walking sims.
That's what they drink. It's like the Russians.
They've got their vodka.
When
And there you
it
go.
is So,
That was
so
dinner.
cold in the mornings, they actually have vodka with it. Not any other thing but warm.
I don't know, hey, an Irish coffee never goes down badly, eh?
I'm gonna finish my drink and then gonna end the live.
Like, I've never had an Irish coffee and been like, man, this is shit.
Oh, that's delicious.
It just warms you. I love it.
As I said, but you know it's
Another thing I
also a
like was
badass
the-
thing about a potato. You don't need
We
anything
did
to
this,
grow.
Like, we
Um,
did this latte
for example,
with,
a guy left a
Amarula as
potato
well.
in his desk. It didn't go off, but it
So it's
grew
like
so
cappuccino,
many
Amarula, and salt.
roots. It was coming out.
That's
It's a
exactly
meme
as well.
somewhere. How old am I? I'm 25, turning 26 this year in September. So a long way ago.
Yeah, but Dom Pedro tends to be like ice cream, not so much
Uh,
milk.
No,
No, that's
but I
good.
don't like milk bars.
That is really good.
That's fine. I won't if somebody's having pudding, I'll like listen.
Any final
I
questions?
rather have an Irish coffee. I
I will give you guys a total of 3 questions
Or like
to
a
ask me
jelly or something.
each.
Or like a jelly, something
You look
not more
older,
fresh, you know.
lol.
No, I don't like jelly.
I don't see that as an insult because I know. This is what stress, depression, and anxiety does to a
Never liked
person.
jelly.
It makes somebody of my age, 25,
Never
look
does it.
younger. I mean, hell, I've got like wrinkles all
At
over
least
my
there you
face,
can
in
pick
my
your-
forehead.
pick your-
I
pick your what's his name.
have bags under my eyes and my beard is here and there. So,
Isn't he 26?
Demos, don't do this. Don't.
He's turning 26 this year.
Yeah. Oh, it's
No,
still-
we're-
it's
we're
just 'cause
not
it's my
doing
birthday first,
that.
so.
Meme.
No,
We are not.
he's turning 26.
I can't just stand and sit here
That
and
doesn't matter.
But he's currently.
and be live and not be able to move.
Yeah,
If
'cause
you know
it's
the meme,
Ernest this
you
year,
know the
this year.
meme.
Yeah,
Can't wait
But
to give
it's
a shit
alright.
about
Nobody's
that.
perfect. I know.
30.
I'm gonna
And
call on
beyond
her birthday and I'm gonna say,
unperfect.
"Hello, Granny."
You know how perfect sounds like you're either perfect or not me? I'm neither of those things. I'm neither.
Welcome to the. Welcome to the jail.
Alright, I'll give you guys 5 more minutes. Why not? We're having a good discussion. Let me check my phone's battery life. Ooh, I need to charge after this.
I'm gonna get the-
Um,
My sister is 50 this year.
let's see, I'm sorry guys, I'm like super tired.
I haven't died yet, so something's
Uh,
going right.
Aren't I still 52? I
See,
like
I'm
the
so
way you
tired,
all run.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
it makes maths easier.
I tell you right now.
Matt, guys, if you can, please share this live because what we need to get monetized, we need to get 3,000 hours,
Very easy.
and I need people to watch the live stream from the beginning to the end,
And
so that
2 years old.
not only do I get hours that can help me become monetized, but that means I could have more and more of a reason to continue this as
It's different strategy.
either
The
for
back
fun
end of the
or
year
a
and
side
strategy the
business
front,
to earn a
so-
bit of cash here and there.
He was actually supposed to be
excuse
born
me.
on the 2nd of
That was
January.
this.
I was supposed to be born on the 23rd.
Let's grab some
Because I
water.
said the 2nd of January, so I was saying very nicely. See, this is
One of
another
these
thing.
days, when I have the money, I'm going to take one of these bottles and I'm going to put there
They say no
stay
way
hydrated.
we can
Make my
try
own brand
for
of
a few days so
stuff.
they said, okay,
Hell, I
so they said,
fucking will sell
okay,
these
you
for
You
possibly
barely-
the same price as a normal bottle, but
Yeah, you
it
barely
has
managed
a
that one.
nice logo.
Barely caught him in the back of the back.
Because I said, for us, he would have to wait an extra year to go to school.
Well, that is a sort of thing.
So luckily, so my daughter said, no, that's not a problem.
Well, that's the thing, man. But the thing is, I don't want to do it now because, to explain, I am moving in this month. Yes, this coming month in March, I'm moving. Which means I'm going to be in a new environment. I'm going to have to figure out what to do here and there, but it's a new environment, new things. And you know, when it's new, it's new. But yeah, I do actually want to play more live streams of video games here and there. I just have to figure out what is the perfect games to do it because I get a lot of people who come and view this because of me cooking food. And when I cook food, I'm in that state of not only concentration but teaching you guys a few things here and there. Like here's another one. If you're gonna buy fish, don't buy it from. If you're living in South Africa, don't buy it at a Spar or Checkers. They're good, but they're just too small for their outrageous prices. Find yourself a fishery where they just basically sell fish and then have a few things on the side. Because with only 100 rand, I was able to get a full kg of fish, filleted and bones removed. And let me just say, absolutely great. And thing is, fish is very good. Like it's a very good. I believe it's a protein. I believe it is. But it's also better for your body. Yeah. Well, exactly. The thing is that like over here we have special places. We have something called Meat World, where basically you can basically buy whatever meats and over there for cheaper prices than what it charges at a Spar or something. And then they have a few side items that they throw on special. Hell, they even have some new energy drinks and soft drinks and all of that here and there whenever they get the chance. We also have Food Lovers, which is kind of like how the Americans have Whole Foods.
Double
let me
mix
just say it's
that
better.
together.
Because everything is made by hand, everything is hand picked, and everything. Literally, first thing you walk in, you just see the fruit and veg.
If they are, then
Literally,
you look
a
at
lot of
products.
different ones. You can even get jackfruit at certain Food Lovers. And there's like basically all that's what's in a normal shop, but with more to it. To explain what I mean is basically they have have things that
And they
other
really
places
put
wouldn't.
cheap
It's
out
like
on that.
they even sell for like 30 rand, or at this moment possibly
very
40
cheap.
rand. You can get a nice
I
big
went
meal
up there
of
and,
chicken,
very fast.
creamed beans, and some rice, which is good for
Yeah,
your
we were
body.
both.
Yeah, fish does give
And both of our
give you
weights
much
were really
vitamins, and yeah, I mean it's really good for your body. Exactly, man. It definitely is. Oh, you dabbing? Okay. We're dabbing. Just put up the dab. Man, I missed that meme. Okay. Anchor. You want to see more of my videos? You want to come to the lives of that? Please give me a subscribe. And also help with the channel. Currently, my views are just struggling here and there because I don't know why. Maybe the algorithm is giving issues. But if you want to see more, you can follow. Hell,
What's the nature
throw
of these
in your comments what would you like to see here and there. I also am on TikTok, same name. If you want to go and check out those videos. I didn't make one today because, well, I'm going to make one later. But I have to let my phone charge so that I can do that stuff. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Thank you for listening to my babbling, and thank you for accompanying me while my head feels like somebody's got a hammer and is continuously banging their thumb. So, on that note, I love you all. God bless you all. And until we get it on a t-shirt or a bottle, hell, even a cap or a beanie, stay hydrated. Love you all.
I'm never gonna.
Hey, Fonzie, did they have a buy price for that place?